Ethics. Nick, do you have a PIN number for that already? You sent an email out about it, basically.
I can you're already in the system. I can
The ethics paper.
The pins are, the pins expired. You what you did is you gave your email address.
I'll check. You sent an email on it?
And then you
I'll check. All right.
Village Township Committee, April 21st, 2016. Adequate notice of this meeting was given in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act by knowing the schedule of the Township Committee to the Express Times and North Star Ledger newspaper, posting a copy on the Township Bulletin Board, and filing a copy with the Township Clerk. Roll call. Adams?
Here.
Kenya?
Here. I'll check the door.
Marqueta?
Here.
Not yet.
Okay.
Larceny?
Here.
Sexton?
Here.
Okay.
Got it.
Executive session?
Motion. Second. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Hold
whoa.
on, hold on, hold on.
Gotta read your-
Oh, okay. Let me finish everything first here.
Jump to the gun.
Executive session for litigation for police chief, Novak versus Greenwich Township, sewer updates, COA, contract negotiations, Warren County facilities, personnel, police department staffing, employee handbook, township clerk assistant.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Adams?
Yes.
Kenya?
Yes.
Marqueta?
Yes.
Larceny?
Yes.
Spencer?
Yes.
Just giving me 10 minutes. I think I can do it.
Summer, or what are summer hours?
The afternoon?
We're gonna discuss.
Wonderful. Or maybe you guys discuss it.
It's gonna be a quick discussion, not an hour discussion.
What are we discussing?
Summer hours, keep it going up in the afternoon.
We're gonna need an ordinance for that.
1 to 5.
I think we definitely need an ordinance. Thank you.
I'll go first hour.
Or resolution.
Yeah, not from your stomach. Oh, Kim, why don't you come in and get it? Yeah, I'm gonna announce it.
All right.
24th.
September 24th.
September 24th.
I'm gonna,
Frank.
Patty's been asking me.
Can we go backwards? Last time did the flags for doing an executive?
Okay, we're recording.
All right. Call the meeting to order, please.
Village Township Committee, regular meeting, April 21st, 2016. All rise for the flag salute.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Members present for the regular meeting, Adams?
Here.
Kenya?
Here.
Marqueta?
Here.
Larceny?
Here.
Spencer?
Yeah. It's time we're going to open up a public session, or are we on? What's up?
I'll make the motion. Second.
All in favor?
No.
Each member of the public shall be limited to 3 minutes to ensure completion of agenda items in a timely fashion. So if anybody has any public comments?
Hi, Adeline Jocelyn, 86 Grand Road, and I'm not here to complain about anything this time. We're asking permission to have the Roy North 5K run on September 17th. And we're going to do the same route that we did last year, going to the Greenwich School, down Greenwich Street, to the, development of West Street and that.
What was the date?
September 17th. But we had a couple of questions, last year there was, is there a fee for this? We wanted to know last year it was waived for us. And how will we notify the residents? Because that was the big issue last year also. Do we have to do flyers on that? A lot of residents complained that there was flyers on the door. So we do put it in the drainage gazette. And really, that's all.
What was the name of it?
Roy North 5K.
Residents complain about flyers? Residents complain about flyers on their door now?
Yes.
Let me add a little history to this. There are actually two 5K runs. Okay, one is the CEO, one is the Roy North.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it requires services. Okay, and you know we went back and forth with this. Typically, it's worked out with the deputy police chief in this case because they need to do patrols and/or the auxiliary, the fire auxiliary folks can also do road directing traffic. And then there was the issue of, okay, residents needed notification. I think there was a complaint somewhere along the way that someone couldn't get out of their driveway. It was like, brought up everyone's attention. And because of that, they said, all right, you need to properly notice these people so that they're aware things are going to be shut down. And I think the route had something to do with it. I don't know the specifics of it, but basically
I don't know the specifics either of why someone complained about it, but
I think they were told they couldn't get out of their driveway for a certain period.
There is a certain period.
Yeah.
That's
I know.
every 5
But, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
For the neighborhood.
Yeah.
But, so we're going to do the same this year. And we don't have a problem with handing out the notifications if we have to.
I think that's fine.
Abby, I'd tell the clerk, just take all the info and then go down and see the deputy police chief and get everything situated from down there and then come back with everything.
You want us to what?
Right, Kim, we could take it down to the deputy chief for the route planning committee. Right.
Well, Jim, you were saying that the fire
Till September.
folks can do it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, Jones Fire, the auxiliary fire.
At no cost.
Oh, okay.
At no
The route
cost.
has been approved already. We ran it twice.
Right.
Can you remember who did you use last year? Was it the fire police or the regular police?
Fire police today?
Oh, it was both?
I know definitely the first year was the...
And the rescue squad. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody should send out.
Yeah, so what do we just need to make a motion for this?
We just need to know if the date was okay so we can start.
So pending approval from
From the,
deputy police chief,
it's a Saturday, right?
Yeah. I already spoke to the rec department and they can work with us with that date also.
So we just need a motion to, that's another one.
Mayor's, there's also another 5K.
all right, so there's a
So
June
we
5th
need
and
a,
a September 17th.
We're doing it in September purposely, so we're not supposed to.
Yeah, understood.
Is the motion necessary?
Why don't you just make a motion approving it?
Temporary
on
pending.
condition of-
I would approve
Oh,
both.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
the 5K,
The
I
state
mean,
of
green.
5K, and just add to that, the Roy North 5K, September 17th. One motion, work out the details,
So is it a
and
yes?
we move on. Well,
Yes.
I'll vote yes. I don't know how everyone else will vote, but
Alright, so we're gonna,
we have to come out of public comment.
Okay.
yeah.
Well, she means public comment. That's what this is. That's right, yes.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Rhonda Thomas, 605, which is Circus, and I am the rep for the Singer Street Color Run, and this is our 6th year. So, same route, only thing is color in one spot. Last year, I went down and I cleaned up the blue top. That was,
over in Dillon, near Dillon Drive.
Okay, that's
Next
right.
day it rained, so we were all good. We had no complaints about any color or anything, everybody had a good time. So I'm just here to get approval for the date, it's a Sunday. And we do the rescue squad, we do the police, we do the safety,
Yeah.
and this is for the school, so, again, you can raise funds for the school.
It's already on my agenda.
So I just want to make sure it's approved so we can go ahead and start planning and
Yeah, I'll.
It'll be under the same
We'll have a
motion.
here, so when we come out of the conversation.
We'll discuss it.
We'll do a motion, I'll do a motion covering both,
Thank
so
you.
it simplifies governmental process. I'll defer to the mayor.
Thanks. Is there any other, well,
Paul Bean, 417 North Main Street, Sourcewell. Although our township committee has a history over the last several years of spending money, in my opinion, foolishly on litigation, contracts, vehicle maintenance programs, spending thousands of tax dollars to serve personal agendas, how much money did that special meeting for the sewer just cost us? I saw a lot of by-the-hour attorneys, professional engineers, and consultants in that meeting that lasted multiple hours. For what? Just to quell bad information that was spread to further personal agendas? Considering that the funding of this project is still in the exploratory stages, and the whole project is in the exploratory phases yet. It seems to me that bad information was put forth for the purpose of agitating two communities, yet the people who will be most affected by this project were not reached out to. A letter explaining the whole process to every resident would have been money better spent. On that note, this is the first real capital improvement project that the town has done in a long time. Yes, it will benefit some more than others, but that's what communities do. Not everyone has children in the school system, yet 67% of their tax dollars goes just for that purpose. Not everyone uses the parks and athletic fields, but we share in the expenses. Let's stop calling the road and catch basin work capital improvement projects. It's maintenance long overdue. And with that in mind, why do the residents that live on state and county roads have to pay taxes for maintenance on roads they may never travel? That's because that's what a community does. Let's just keep it simple.
thank you.
Sue Fleming, 238 Richline Hill Road. During the budget meetings, we were talking about hiring a police secretary. I think that's great, we should have one. It was asinine to eliminate that position in the first place, and we know it was not done to save money, but it was a retaliatory move against Kathy DeStefano. There is a way to save money, and that would be to make it a part-time position. That way you don't have to pay for health benefits, that's the common trend these days. Part-time secretary should be sufficient for this department. Where I work now, there's a police department consisting of 14 officers plus the chief. They write over 3,000 traffic tickets and 400 civil complaints a year, and they average about 50 MBAs a month. Their secretary works part-time. I also think that the police chief should be the one to interview for this position. So I hope that you are not considering hiring anyone until Rich is back on the job. That also goes for hiring any new officers. Stop wasting more money on attorneys. Stop dragging their feet. Bring him back now so that we can have a police department with good morale and one that we can be proud of.
Daniel Perez, 624 South Main Street, Solution. First, I have to say to you guys, I want to congratulate you guys on taking office. I have a couple of issues. One, on my street down the block, it's a raceway. I know we have a limited number of police officers, and I know it's tough to guys to cover all the areas in this township, but when you put up that 25 mile per hour stand down on the ground and all that, but it's a nightmare. Now, coming around that curve, with the cars, and I've complained about this for many years. When I was on the committee, we tried to do some things, and even before that, I complained with Joe's the mayor and everything else. It's an ongoing issue down here that one of these days, someone's going to get hit, and God forbid, if they don't make sure that someone gets hit. So, something that could be done, if we could have a presence there once in a while, I don't know if you can put the radar meter down there, something needs to be done, or some seriously really happen. Two, I'm also in support of the department having a secretary. I thought at the time that when we got rid of the police secretary, it was asinine that the workload was increased for the chief and what was the job of time in that, and I think that we do need actually part-time and part-time secretary for the job. And lastly, I am here also in support of Chief Hummer. You know, I was one of the ones who voted in the position. He was qualified for the job, he was more than qualified for the job. There were a lot of qualified guys in the department who were qualified, but he felt at the time he was the most qualified. I feel that what happened to him is an injustice, and it's no fault of yours, but at this time now, you guys do have the power to bring him back. I also don't think that Deputy Chief Skelton should be penalized in any way. He's another good officer, he's another good guy. And I know that that's probably a situation where you have to decide how you're going to work that too. But again, I am in support of bringing back Chief Hummer. He's an excellent officer, he's an excellent chief. I think the township will be in a better position once we have him back.
Any other public comments? Motion to close public comments? Second.
Aye.
Can we respond then? Ready for response? I'd like to respond.
I think we should.
Yeah.
As a police director, there's several mentions, I'm liaison to the police department, a lot of it was police related. I just want to reiterate, I've been on the record for months, I have no intention of hiring anybody for the police department until the chief's position is resolved. So, I just want you to know I'm not voting to hire anyone there, police officer, secretary, or anybody, until we resolve the leadership issue. So if you're hearing that I'm the one holding up hirings or whatever, I'm not holding them up, there's 4 people who are going to vote for it, but I just want to be on the record. I will not recommend the hiring of anybody until the chief's position is resolved.
Bills?
$1,055,051.98.
I'll make the motion, but I want to withhold the paying that final bill or whatever bill is for today. I don't think we should authorize that check until we know that our current attorney has all the files and everything he needs from today. I think it was around $2,000.
1987.
What was it?
1987?
$1,985.96.
Yeah, so I'll make the motion with the exclusion of that.
I'll second with that exclusion.
Discussion?
I have 2 comments. One is, I think you know where I stand with regard to the one septic bill, and I have not had a chance to review any of these at this point, as a discussion package, but just with what they, so I'm going to stay.
So noted. Roll call?
Adams,
Abstain?
Kenya,
Yes.
Marqueta,
Yes.
Parsney,
Yes.
Spencer.
Yes, with the exception of the one septic bill. Approval of minutes.
Yes. March 17, executive session. Page 11. You don't have a vote for the motion that the mayor made, seconded by Adams, authorizing Attorney Piper to proceed for the terms.
I don't have that in the first one.
I don't see any vote here. You just have what the motion was. I don't see that.
Well, you looking in exec?
Yeah.
Within a public.
It'll be in public, right?
Well, the motion would have been made in public.
We cannot approve.
Okay, yeah, okay, my mistake.
Yeah, we can't approve
You're right.
those
My
executive
mistake.
session.
Okay. My mistake.
We're looking for the wrong page.
We're just doing regular ones, right?
You're gonna just make a motion to just regular.
That's a motion for the minutes.
Any motion for the, regular minutes for March 17th?
Supposed to make a motion about this, Mike King's? No. Oh, okay.
I made the motion
Minutes?
for the regular meeting.
I didn't hear the motion.
Regular meeting.
Nobody
Oh,
We'll ask for
I
the
did.
motion.
Ask for the motion. For the regular meeting.
Do you want to table the minutes? Okay. So motion dies.
There we go.
No one made a motion.
Right, so it's there.
So there was no motion to die.
Resolution of tax liens, 2002.
What's that, tax three?
Just the one, isn't it?
I'll make a resolution to adopt, motion to adopt resolution 2016-44, tax lien exemptions, for TRW, the amount of $714 and $600. US Bank PC, the amount of $1,032.46 and $1,000 premium. US Bank Corp, Bank Pro Corp, cap, $6,434.69 and $1,100 premium. DRW for $1,381.20, $1,300 premium. DRW again for $1,067.46 and a $1,300 premium.
Second.
Roll call. Or discussion? Roll call.
Adams?
Yes.
Kenya?
Yes.
Marqueta?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Township?
Yes. This tab is a separate capital budget.
There's a resolution in there.
Okay.
So
Two.
the-
Two? I thought there was only two in here, which is Chapman.
No, that's the other one, 45.
Yeah, Chapman is 45, and we just read 44, so I don't have any of the resolutions.
Yeah.
Go to tab 7,
Oh, 7.
Yeah.
second page.
There's it, too.
No.
You have the information, then you have the email from Auditor Meeting, which outlines what this resolution is for.
This is resolution number which one, Ken?
This will be resolution 46.
That's one that Mooney has, right?
Mr. Lodge is 47.
So he's recommending that we adopt this resolution.
Resolution 2016-46, whereas the emergent conditions has arisen with respect to the loss of vehicles due to the fire and no adequate provisions has been made in the 2016 temporary appropriations for the aforementioned purpose of NJSA 40A:4-20 provides for this creation of an emergency temporary appropriation for the purpose of the above mentioned, and was the total emergency temporary resolution adopted for 2016 pursuant to the provisions, including the resolution total $460,000 for the capital purchases of the vehicles for the fire truck and dump truck.
The fire truck is $285,467.94. So, you just need, after you adopt this resolution, to approve the purchase of what's through here, so that we can do a purchase order and get this going.
Yeah,
And
you want
then
to-
the second would be, Joe, did you get an estimated cost on the dump? So, but you could authorize Kelly
balance.
to prepare the bid specs to go out to bid for the dump.
Authorize Mr. Mailing.
Yeah, so those are the two things you can do after you adopt this resolution.
Okay.
Am I correct, Kathleen? Yes.
So we're going to adopt the resolution for $285,467.94, and...
No, you got 460,000.
Oh, 460,000.
So you're looking for a motion for, I'll make that motion for resolution
460,000.
2016-46.
I will second. Discussion. All this is covered by the insurance checks that came in?
We got $450,000. The additional $10,000 is covered in your current temporary appropriation of what we put in the capital improvement fund. What are you anticipating the DPW truck to be, though? Yeah, so we're good.
And Joe, our insurance policy is going to cover that whole 285,000. That's, what is it, $1,000 deductible?
As per what we would call anything 15 years or newer is total replacement in today's dollars.
Well, we got the checks before.
Yes.
We got
Yeah, but
450.
Yeah, but for the fire truck, for the,
They didn't break it
Oh,
out.
we have more money coming.
yeah, there's one coming.
But the so to Bill's point, the 450 was for the,
But for everything, it's just, they just sent you pretty much a blank check, is my understanding, but they didn't say X amount for this and that, so, no?
It's not just for the building, it's for the whole entire wall.
I think that's what I just said.
And there's different components of insurance. 50,000 from Nell, 450 from, Highland Claims, 450 from Mel, and then the remaining on the total loss will be through Zurich Insurance. And they'll be sending us additional money.
That's the big
for the total
difference.
loss.
but the $450,000 check,
Right.
still want to say,
For the trucks.
is specifically for the replacement of the trucks?
It's, the 450 is their portion, which they're getting to us immediately to allow us to start moving forward to get the replacements of vehicles, or if we wanted to start building the building, whatever we chose to do that we felt was the most emergent that we needed to do, to get back up on our feet. We could spend it how we want. It wasn't earmarked, designated for anything like that, but it was solely for the tanker and the trucks.
And what was the name of that insurance company?
Mel.
Oh, that's the municipal, and they're only on the hook for 500,000, right?
Yes. And then Highland Plains is the 50, minus the 1,000 deductible, is 49.
Right.
And then we don't have a total loss report yet as to the total loss for the building and everything like that. Once we get that in, then Zurich will pay the difference.
So Mel basically knows that, hey, it's going to be over $500,000 claim, we're on the hook for $500,000, here's our check, you spend it however you want to spend it.
Correct.
Okay, and right now we're spending it on 2 trucks.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't mind going forward with this, but I would like to see a list from our perspective as to what we lost and the anticipated replacement value of all that. Have we seen it?
What's that?
Have we seen it after Kathleen taking a look at it?
No, well, I haven't got a lot of stuff from the insurance company. I have a list of small items there. I only have 4 words, but they appraise the equipment as it is now, and then they will submit appraisals to the insurance company, and and anything 15 years or newer will be at the replacement cost dollars, which I do know from the appraiser, the fire apparatus was approved by them, but that was just my word, phone conversation. We was working on all the DPW trucks, they had set a priority, they figured fire protection was above everything else. So I'm still working on all the other trucks, and I have models telling me, want to know about their metal loader and their maintenance and stuff also.
That's all.
Are we ready for roll call?
Well, Joe, on that, hold on Monorail, the front loader, that should be covered under their insurance policy.
We had to put insurance on it to operate it, even if we only had it for 3 months. For accident, liability, and everything. That was added to our insurance.
And that's separate from the 500,000 that rider?
What's that? That is put into the loss. That is put into the loss by the fire.
So when we put that rider on, what I'm trying to get to, what did the rider say? It's just, we're insuring this vehicle even though it's not an owned vehicle, and it's going to be covered under that $500,000.
Operating. It wasn't their equal operating.
So was it a liability policy, or was it what we call in the personal lines collision?
It was put in as if it was our piece of equipment.
Okay. All right.
Adams?
Yes.
Kenya?
Yes.
Yes.
Barsley?
Yes.
Yes.
Lucas, do you want to, on tax levy, do you want to authorize PO
For the fire truck?
Yeah, we'll need it for the 285.
Need a motion for it?
I'll make a motion for $285,467.94 for repairs for the replacement of the tanker. That's coming in when?
What's that?
When are we going to receive it?
They get that, we save by the end of September.
A state contract, right, Jim? State contract on it?
That will be through the HG contract purchasing, yes.
Can you get me a state or a contract number so I can put it on the purchase order?
Yep, as soon as that's all taken care of.
Thank you.
I have Bill make motion in second. Adams?
Yes.
Kenya?
Yes.
Adams?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Municipal building hours of operation. Just, discussing with the budgetary reasons and cuts and stuff about cutting back on the hours. What, in the morning, Kim?
Yes.
And having the building open until, designated, what, 9 to 5? 1 to 5 for public, and closing in the morning from 9 to 11 for, or 9 to 1 for, office staff only. Just trying to figure out budgetary reasons for secretary and everything else, and administrator. So what we're looking to do is from 1 to 5, have it open for the public, and 9 to 1, have it closed just for office staff only for this time. Just
For summer months.
For summer months only.
When do you get the most traffic in here, Ken? Mornings, afternoons?
It really fluctuates. I do see, I think in the afternoon, a lot of people, especially, coming out of work.
4 or 5. You see the flux around lunchtime too, or?
Sometimes, yeah.
So by doing this, we're really trying to avoid hiring another employee. I think that's what we have to get the word out. And I also like to hear from the public. And I would like to open it up again to see what the public have to say having the municipal offices only open for 4 hours, and, out of an 8-hour day, they're there 40 hours, but only going to be accessible to the public for 20.
Let me just ask just a qualifying question for this. So the folks who are here during the morning hours, because my mind was wrapped around, we would have the building open in the morning and shut it down in the afternoon to allow him to get work done, and, other staff to get work done. What staff is here there's one individual here from 8:30 until 8:30 until 12:30. We have one individual, and they're handling sewer, tax, recreation, or is it more the bill side for recreation? There's no direct interaction. It's just the bill side for recreation. And she's here from 8:30 until 12:30. And Kim, you're here from when? 9:30 to 5:30. And no one else. What you're saying is you want to have
1 to 5 open, public, 9 to 1 for administrative, right?
So we think the building is closed
9 to 1 open, 1 to 5 for public. Just for the summer.
And you won't want to reverse that because you got 2 people here in the morning hours.
But we can change the...
Yeah, I was trying to assess when's the traffic.
Well, if we change, change the other employees' hours from 9 to 1 and make it 1 to 5, and then they'll have the double coverage from 1 to 5. Oh, I mean, 1 to 5. No, change her from 9 to 1, or she's working 8:30 to 12:30 right now. Right. Switch her to 1 to 5.
Well,
And they'll have the double coverage.
Oh, you want double coverage?
From 1 to 5.
Okay.
And have the administrator here in the morning from 9 to 1 is what I was going to look
well,
at.
Kim's going to be around no matter what.
She's here all day from 9 to 1, but having the part-time employee from, instead of 8:30 to 12:30, come in from 1 to 5.
Oh, yeah, I agree with
In the afternoon. Right?
I think that was
Sense of being very good.
Yeah,
exactly. So she would come in from 1 to 5. We'd have double coverage. And 9 to 1 would be administrative.
Starting when? Starting on which date and ending on which date?
June 1st to May? I'm sorry, next week. Yeah, May 1st to, no, that's 7th?
We'll go October 1st and we'll revisit it in September.
Was that October 1st?
Did you discuss those hours? Can she switch, they discussed and switch her hours, 1 to 5? So maybe we should hold off before, I don't know what her
Well-
schedule is in the afternoon.
The point is to give Kim time to get stuff we can actually do, the minutes and things like that. Is there any way if she can't switch, if she can still work the 8 to 9 to 1, you just won't be accessible, you get your work done, and then she leaves at 1. You know what I'm saying? She would handle whoever walks in. You wouldn't really have to close the municipal.
And you still have the afternoon stuff, and then Tim's.
Well, Kim's gonna have it in the morning, I mean, yeah, she's gonna have it. Pardon?
When the people come in,
But she can hand the building permits,
She could tell them to come back at 1, but yeah.
can't she hand the certificate out to COs, or, Is she a notary? Can she notarize stuff?
What I'm saying is she would just have to say, to see the clerk, you have to come back at 1. And if she can't do your job, I mean,
whatever you guys want.
I'd like to hear from the public.
I have no more questions. I was going to tell you what I thought from my...
Yeah, absolutely.
I think what we need is an additional body and maintain the services to the taxpayers. I think, you know, the folks at this building is here for the taxpayers' purposes, okay? We looked into going 4 days a week last year, I think, or the year before, didn't get any traction and whatnot. But, I think getting an assistant and having Kim have the ability to get focused or, you know, no other interruptions and have that other individual take care of all those other things for her, you know, makes better sense to me.
Here's my only thing. If she's saying that the assistant now can't do the things that she needs to get done between 9 and 1, and then we bring somebody in from 1 to 5, what's that person that, what can they do different than the one from 9 to 1?
We'll get the assistant to work the right hours.
You tell me who you want me to train.
Yeah, you get someone with a notary, you get someone who understands the building permits and all that function, you know, have her train her up, and she works the hour, and whatever hours she's working, Kim is, you know,
So like,
focused on her stuff.
3 hours of anything.
You want to open it up to public, Bill?
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I think we have one question.
Come to the mic.
Step up to the mic.
You mentioned summer hours. I work for a municipality, I actually work for 9 separate ones. At one point, I work for one now, I go to summer hours. I believe in the summer hour thing, but usually that's a trade-off of something for the employee. And that being said, as a taxpayer, you're a public servant. You're there for a reason. You take it with the bad. Some days more, some days are less. It's a trade-off. With that being said, also, you mentioned some things about building permits, that somebody's handing out building permits. That's what I do for a living. I just got 6 building permits in this town. I didn't come here for one. We have the state of New Jersey doing that. We give up every dollar for it. They don't need to be done here. They take care of it. So I don't think that's truthful. I'm not sure, but hearing that, I think that's not even part of the equation when it comes to things like, you know, zoning officers, things like that. There's part-time hours for that, and they deal with that. So I think just hearing it, it just seems like it's not quite thought through yet. So.
It's something that could be served either the internet or some other mechanism to get people what they need, is what you're saying. Perform.
Yeah, I mean, in many municipalities, if you have multiple people working, yes, it might be only 2. You do have coverage. You know, I can only think back, and I'm not a tax assessor, but when taxes come, places are mad. They all want to come and pay taxes. You got to be open to pay taxes. And it was on the quarter. It's very valid. Somebody comes in to pay a tax or utility payment, I think that's open quite a bit, way more than that. I think that you got to offer that. You got to think about that. You're residents of the town. You're public service. You have to be here. Somebody has to be here. If you can't show me for my tax dollars that the board is open, that's a mess that you're doing. Bad enough when you're not fixing, repairing roads, responding, money being available. If there's a summer hour portion, it should be discussed where maybe you take half an hour from your hour lunch or come in a little early, you can accumulate that for 4 days and maybe Big Friday. That's fine. I agree with all that. It's something that's actually a good perk for it. Just maybe needs a little more time.
Is that working 10-hour days and going on? And
Actually,
take the
to me,
afternoon off?
to me, I'm a believer in that. I can get more work out of a 10-hour day than I can for a 5 to 8 hour strike.
So do a 10-hour day,
I mean, that's something
4
that
hours
you guys,
off,
you're
on Friday.
like.
Just to be clear, that we weren't accommodating anybody with summer hours. What we're trying to do is free the clerk up for 4 hours to do nothing but her
I'm
work.
sorry.
Like, we're not shorting anybody's
Yeah,
out work hours, just the opening of the office.
I heard summer hours, though, is only for the summer.
No, the plan was to only allow the public to access the building at certain hours in the summer.
So what, so it's not
To-
cost savings?
It won't be a cost savings the idea was to take away the necessity of hiring an assistant clerk. That was,
Plus the points.
yeah, that's,
It's stacked here, though, right? I mean, what's wrong with your, it would be answered.
Well,
I mean, yeah, listen.
she can't get her work done.
That's what I mean. I mean, I just, it seems like it's
No, I just wanted to clarify that it wasn't summer hours as a benefit, it was,
What, the summer as a child here?
Yeah, good point.
thanks.
We can't all take fashion on days, or only the afternoons to be open, something only 1 to 5 on a certain amount of time. It should be open for everybody. How you arrange it, that's for you folks to figure it out, but I'm not closing it out. Every morning, all mornings, and always being involved. Thank you.
I'd like to make a suggestion that, instead of just being closed in the morning and only open in the afternoon, that you alternate your days, because we do have people who can't come in the morning, and you have some people who can't come in the afternoon. So if we at least have alternate days where it's open in the morning and open in the afternoons, that would work better, I think, for the residents of the township. If that's the way you're gonna go, so that would be my suggestion.
Anybody else?
I just wanted to say, I don't believe the going should be close to the residents. I honestly think we need to hire someone else, that someone else should be hired. Because I think if we need to go there, I know with my business, I can't always get out in certain hours. I think it should be available to us. And what I didn't say before is I also do think Chief Hunter should be home.
I just don't know if anyone else here sees the irony. We're talking about savings and efficiency, not a savings and money. We're going to talk about a savings and efficiency with the short and clerical statement. We need to start with the police department. Currently, we have a lieutenant that is being brought off the road to prepare discovery for Superior Court, to process firearms applications, to copy reports, and to do many of the jobs that are normally done by secretaries and law enforcement. I think that fact directly relates to Mr. Perez's concern of speeding on Main Street. The reason people are speeding on Main Street at unprecedented rates are because we have a loss of efficiency with the administration of the police. The most important thing a government, municipal, state, or otherwise, will ever do is provide public safety protection. Before we worry about efficiencies in administrative staff, we need to worry about efficiency in the police department, restore that clerical health, get the cops back out on the street, and then we can address problems with their policing. Thank you.
Anybody else? Make a motion to close public comment?
Nothing else?
Aye.
Alright, so, I'm just gonna table that until
Bring it up at the budget meeting.
budget. Okay?
Well, before we do that, why don't we bring that position up at the budget meeting on?
Yeah, at the budget meeting.
Okay. Resignation letter for Dan Detour, page 7 for the Historical Society, and the land use board. Yeah.
I make a motion we accept, and that we send him a letter thanking him for his service. I know he put a lot of years in, and was pretty dedicated to the township. And I think we sent him a letter regretfully accepting his resignation. That's my motion.
I'll second it.
Discussion? Roll call?
Adams?
Yes.
Marqueta?
Yes.
Henry?
Yes.
Marson?
Yes.
Yes. DPW monthly report. Anything in addition to that? Make a motion to accept the DPW's monthly report. Submitted by,
No,
Joe.
make that motion.
Second.
Adams?
Abstain.
Kenya?
Yes.
Marqueta?
Yes.
Marson?
Yes.
Spencer?
Yes. PTO approval for the Stinger 5K race June 5th and the Roaring Rock,
No, Roy North.
Roaring North 5K run September 17th.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Discussion?
Yeah, it's basically to get approval from Deputy Police Chief Scouten to have the appropriate services cover the 5K runs. Nope.
Adams?
Yes.
Kenya?
Yes.
Marqueta?
Yes.
Marson?
Yes.
Spencer?
Yes.
First of all, I have to go back. I thought I made a mistake once, but I was wrong. We don't have the vote in on that page 11 of the regular township meetings. The motion was made by the mayor, seconded by Adams, to receive the conditions discussed in executive session. There's two motions prior to that where the vote was taken. I thought maybe it was under executive session, it was in the regular meeting. In fact, I think I gave a very emphatic no vote to that.
That's all.
Yes.
And this was at the March 17th meeting?
Yeah, it's at top of page 11. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you go back to the tape.
Yeah.
Or you're saying that...
There's no vote there. We had to do a vote. There was a motion made, otherwise we would have died.
I see it.
Okay.
I see it.
So I stand corrected. I wasn't wrong. I made a mistake, but I was
I
wrong.
just don't have
I
the...
thought I made a
You
mistake.
stand vindicated,
Yeah.
please.
Pardon?
I need the roll call.
Yes.
The roll
I'm
call.
starting a conflict. That's 2 months in a row. You forgot very important motions that were made in my votes where I had to correct.
Pretty soon you won't even be here for attendance.
You didn't make it.
I made a motion.
What's that?
It's fine.
Yeah, you made it.
Good catch.
She didn't do the roll
Roll
call.
call is missing.
Yes. The last month, he did the same thing for me. It was.
What?
I don't recollect the last month, but anyway, I make a motion to accept the police department monthly report.
Second?
Discussion?
I just want to bring up two things. What Dan mentioned, the radar gun, can you just coordinate with the chief to make sure they, not the radar gun, but whatever machine's
Yeah.
called, on South Main, and get that, if we have that, it should be always out someplace, reminding people.
It's not
Sounds school.
It's up by the...
Yeah, it's always so.
The other thing is, Arbor Drive, what's the status with that property with like 11 cars?
Waiting on the docket report. We went up and, actually Joe was up with, who did you know?
Oh, was it the police chief that's supposed to have Arbor Drive, on Arbor Drive?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they
Wanna
got
fill us in, Bill?
the
What's up with Arbor Drive?
unregistered vehicles.
Oh, that should, yeah, please.
Okay.
And so they're going up and they're doing the docket on it. And then once I get the docket, and then I can send this on.
It's a combination zoning officer and police, but if the police are already involved, let them handle it, yeah. Better served. Yeah?
Yeah, I have a,
I know.
Did we vote on that?
No, we just, I haven't done that.
Okay, yeah,
Roll call.
yeah.
Roll call?
Abstain.
Kenya?
Yes.
Marqueta?
Yes.
Marson?
yes.
Spencer?
Yes.
The Blue Lake permit, everything in order on that, Kim, as far as you can tell?
Yes.
Joe, everything's good? Okay, I make a motion that we issue a Blue Lake permit to Michael Mexi.
Second?
Motion, discussion? Roll call?
Adams?
Yes.
Kenya?
Yes.
Marqueta?
Yes.
Marson?
Yes.
Spencer?
Yes. Yeah, Billy.
All right, I'll be quick. Couple of things. Basically, just for the school board, I had a discussion with the superintendent last week, and I think when we were looking at the overall budget for the township, we mentioned that there would be somewhere around a 2% increase on the school portion, but I believe, and Brad, you can, I think it's around 3.7. I don't know if you trimmed it at all. 3.5, I'll take it. Better than 3.7. So I just wanted you guys to be aware of that. And then the other thing that's coming up, and I believe it's next Wednesday, is the merger discussion with Bloomsbury. Can you confirm that? And she's going to make her budget presentation as well, I believe at that meeting.
Yeah, so the next Wednesday, 27th, budget, and there'll be an item on the agenda to remember not approve hiring of consultant facility study with merging with
So I do have some concerns, I'll bring it up at that meeting, not here, and then I can report that.
Is this something that has to be done by referendum? Is it, or-
feasibility study.
I mean, the eventual merger itself?
Yes, there's a lot of steps in this process.
Yeah.
That we can do ahead. So we can have those discussions, get the information. There has to be further feasibility study. And we have to further have a firm that has experience in this. Bloomsbury's Board of Education first week of April, they passed a resolution that hires leaderships, committees will be discussed, costs will be shared, 50 is going to be but we won't know whether this is the right answer. State Department of Education requires with that. So this is just a great first step. We have to wait to see the information. We don't know what's going to happen.
Okay, thank you. You can say it better than me. And I really don't have anything on the records. I'm going to defer to Frank, and he can discuss that work update, that we might see something for us next summer. Thank you.
Done, Bill?
I'm done.
Okay, Open Space Committee, park update. So the Open Space Committee, been working hard on preparing the schematics and final analysis for the new municipal park on the preserved Hamlin property. The committee is very excited about this project because we think it provides the township with something that'll add value and quality of life to our residents without impacting our taxes. So we think it's a win-win. The funding mechanism is already there, and it won't affect our future farmland preservation. We're at a point now where we would like to make a presentation to the township. So what we're asking for, at that presentation, we're looking to show the township the financial plan, how it's going to be funded, the schematic for the whole park layout, and we have Mark and Brad here from the Open Space Committee. I don't know if you guys wanted to say anything about this at all. Think I'm handling it okay? Okay. Anyway, I think we're at a point where we can make a presentation to the town. Mike's been working hard and came up with some really good renditions of the park that we're excited to show everybody. So we think we needed a special township committee meeting in order to present this. And we're looking to schedule something either on May 12th, Thursday, May 12th, or Tuesday, May 19th.
We have a budget meeting.
Yeah.
No, May 2nd's the budget meeting. May 12th is the sewer.
Let me check. Let me double check.
Right.
All right?
Sewer, but we were gonna do sewer at 6.
Sewer at 6,
And then
and then go into the
Yeah.
presentation.
When's the budget?
I have to leave here at 6:30.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have to be
Yeah,
here for the
right, right,
presentation,
yeah.
yeah.
The budget's May 2nd, correct? The budget, special budget meeting?
I thought it
Um,
was. He said.
Yeah, we said that.
I don't know if you voted on it.
I got May 3rd for the budget meeting. Tuesday, May 3rd.
No,
Tuesday.
you're right, 3rd.
Yeah.
Remember we originally said May 5th, and then we said,
Yeah, I got
no,
Tuesday, May 3rd. So, the 12th and you're right, it is the 17th, yes. And it's 12th and the 17th, I'm glad you're here. 12th and the 17th, those are the two dates that we're looking to, one of those two dates, if everybody could check their calendars, we're looking at a special meeting for presentation.
Well, the 7th, is that the township regular meeting, the 17th?
No, the 19th.
These are Tuesday nights.
Do you have...
No, 12th is a Thursday night. Our meeting's the
12th is a Thursday.
For all these meetings that we're talking about?
Sorry, Michael,
Tuesday?
The 12th is open, that's the second Thursday.
So how's the 12th look?
That's open.
I don't know if the
Okay.
You can record it.
Yes, if we wanted to record
Has
it.
to be recorded here. May
How's the
12th?
12th look for everybody? They won't have an issue if we could do that.
It's okay with me, but I just, that thing came up to me for something.
Yeah, I said it was softball season.
Kim, did you get that contract on that form for me?
Jim, 12th?
Can you get it for me? Yeah, ask for it.
May 12th, 7:30?
7?
Yes, 7. We're good on that?
So it's the 12th, it's
Day of the week?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Okay.
At 7?
Looks like May 12th,
7.
7 o'clock.
Frank, that's the second Thursday. As you know, being on the sewer subcommittee, we've been having the second Thursdays meetings, and these are the historical folks, right, are in here? That's
Kim
why we've
just
been...
checked the calendar, she doesn't have them on there?
Well, I don't know, but that's why we've been meeting in there, as you know.
Yeah.
So,
We'll put everybody
obviously,
in.
for that meeting, we can't be meeting in that room. We have to
All
be
right,
here.
so we'll have to make notice to them.
Well, somebody should let them know,
Yeah,
so
we'll
they're
let them
not,
know.
if we're having a special committee meeting, they
Yeah.
will have to go elsewhere. But it's a historical committee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just, I mean,
Who's
it's been
the
the last
chair,
couple...
who's the chair of that?
Greg Black.
Is it Greg Laska? I think it's
I
Greg.
feel like, oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
because it's been the last couple of months, so Bob, you remember,
Yeah.
so, yeah. Oh, the courtesy.
We've been accommodating.
We've been very nice squeezing in that room, a very nice spot.
Frank, I had a discussion earlier this week with Mr. Finelli about getting the ball rolling here and trying to break ground before the end of the year. And Mike said a number of meetings would have to occur before that. We have the money, don't have to bond. There is the contract that we have with Robert Santini, so I don't know if, I want to take a look at that contract.
You have to wait till the fields are done.
Well, he hasn't planned it, he's got a winter crop in there now. Maybe we can discuss something with him, prior to him planting, whatever.
So we have a meeting, Bill, next Tuesday with the Open Space Committee.
Okay,
We did invite you, so we
right, I'll be
can,
there.
so we can, we could go over all this at that meeting, if you don't wanna.
And we're saying, are we gonna have, who's our open space committee, financials?
Brad and Mike, Brad worked with Mike, they put together a financial document on this. And they also worked with our open space consultants.
From a funding perspective?
Yeah, from a funding perspective.
Where the township is going to fund it from?
Yeah,
Open space.
exactly.
How much money's in that account? You know?
What's the matter?
There was 1 point,
Mike Finelli?
I want to say 1.2.
Just show them
but you
where,
did
isn't it?
$500,000.
We vote on it. It's just giving ideas, that's all it is.
Okay, Frank, you hear that? There's roughly 1.2 in there. We
Yeah.
just took out 500, so we're down to 7 and change.
We're supposed to get 300 or 400 out back.
We should, but we're also going to collect another 240,000.
Yeah, I don't wanna get into the weeds right now, because we have an open space committee, Bill, you can bring that all up on Tuesday.
Okay.
So,
Get the ball rolling on this.
yeah. Form letters, this is, Will, did you ever get a chance? There were form letters sent by Frank Pinto from the Open Space Committee for you to sign. These are letters that would go out to the landowners to see if they're interested in preserving.
Yeah,
Do you have any idea when you're going to be able to sign those?
tonight.
Excellent, all right, thank you. Sewer Subcommittee, we covered most of it
Yeah.
in executive, but I did want to bring up, we are going to be voting on the contract for the maintenance. Just want to make sure that you got the email from Brent to increase the maintenance amount by 5%. So that should be in the budget then, right? Okay. Okay, so the next topic is the aforementioned sewer project. So after our special meeting on the sewer and extensive research that I've done, I have the following issues with the project, so I just want to share it with the committee, just to let everybody know where I stand on it. I think we're going to have to make a decision on this sooner or later. So, personally, I haven't been, Will, we have to recuse, right? Who do you want this to go to?
I'll forget, thanks, Tim.
You have the, form letters for Will to sign?
Yeah, I have them.
Okay, he said he wants to sign them now, so. I'll do it after the meeting. Okay.
This is your A and B, Frank.
Okay, so, back to this. So personally, I haven't been convinced of the immediate necessity of the project. The report the project was based on doesn't show to me abnormal septic remediation of 2 a year. That seems to be normal. I don't agree with taking any more money from the sewer trust fund. We already took $500,000. I haven't even been convinced that the residents even want to pay an additional $1,000 a year to put this in, $500 for sewer fee, $500 for assessment, and also pay another $9,000 to connect. I just don't believe that they want to do that. I believe the numbers in the project are best-case scenarios. I don't think the costs, I think the costs will be larger, and I think this will be a tax drain in the future, so, I also think it's, there are higher, I think there are going to be higher priority capital projects that we need to address. So, while I personally don't believe the project is a top priority for the township right now, and the necessity hasn't been demonstrated, I am willing to hear what the residents of Greenwich think about the project, and would like to authorize Brent Carney to move ahead with formulating the wording on a sewer referendum. I want to add that contrary to Brent's comments about not hearing of other towns doing a sewer referendum, Hopewell Township has done this very thing. So we do have an example of another town doing this. So, I will be making a motion to, go ahead and approve Brent to start, to put the wording together on a sewer referendum.
So you want a motion for that?
Yeah, I'll make the motion.
You want to go round robin before we get into motion?
No, we could do it during discussion on the motion. We could do a discussion. So, I'm going to make the motion to approve Brent Carney to go ahead with formulating the wording on a sewer referendum.
Second? No, I'm asking for a second.
Oh,
I'm controlling it for Will.
You're not giving that to the mayor? I'll second that.
Discussion.
All right, Jim.
All right, so, I happen to agree with the comments from, Paul, regarding that whole meeting. It was unfortunate that the residents who are affected by this were not well represented in the room. And everybody with a not in my backyard type attitude was here. A tremendous amount of misinformation.
Could you be specific on that, Jim?
I'll be very specific on that.
Sure.
So, today you mentioned $500,000 was taken from the sewer. When the individual who was mayor at the time was actually in the audience at the last meeting, at the last sewer meeting. We attempted to put back the loans, okay? And I didn't see any one of those people at those meetings when Tanya was moving forward and taking more money from the funds.
Probably because it was under the radar. I don't think a lot of people were even aware of this project, Jim.
I'm talking 2010. I was removed from the finance committee because of my discussions with regards to replenishing the sewer fund. Because we took that as a one-time loan, because of what we were handed previously.
I think that's the second time
That was done 2 years in a row.
Well, we did one, and it was a loan, and we put it on the record. It was strictly a loan with the full intent of reimbursing. The following year, Tanya became mayor and took enough $2 or whatever out of it, and we voiced our opinions. Pretty strong and loud. So much so that she removed us from the finance committee, which is a joke. So, I kind of take offense to the fact that you're labeling me with that.
Who labeled you? I never mentioned your name.
But you were mentioning it at the last meeting,
What did I mention at the last meeting?
that I was taking $300,000 from the
I
city.
never said you. I said the town committee. Never said you.
I'm just setting the record straight.
There was no record to set straight. Never said you.
That's what was said.
Never said you.
So, you asked for a specific, I gave you a specific. Number two,
You didn't give me, wait, what was the misinformation?
The misinformation was that we borrowed $500,000 from the sewer fund.
No, I didn't say borrowed, I said took,
Okay.
all right?
I don't know who took it.
The town committee took it, 2009, 2010. No, that's 300,000, and then
Okay.
another 215,000 for the COA project. That's 500,000 right there.
Okay, you're so mixing apples and oranges. It's not even...
Well, tell me what's misinformation. Everything I said is absolute truth.
Well, you don't have Brent Carney in the room to explain to you.
Brent Carney was here that whole last meeting,
Well, if
Jim.
you're going to interrupt me, I'm not going to talk,
Go ahead.
okay? So, we borrowed. The word is borrowed. You go back to the page in 2009, you will hear our voices say, we borrowed that money with the full intent to repay. It was the next year administration, it was Tanya, okay, who took further money and would not allow us to replenish that fund. Period, the end.
Can I respond? Hence the
No,
term...
no, I'm continuing here,
Okay, go ahead.
okay? The other individuals in the audience were misled into believing that somehow their rates were going to go up because of an expansion of the sewer.
Nobody said that in that meeting.
Oh, yes, there was.
Nope,
Oh, yes.
nope.
There was a, go back to the tape, there was a woman from one of the sections in Greenwich Chase who came up here and was, from my opinion, scared because she thought she was going to get hit with a special assessment. Okay? And she sat there and Brent started explaining it in all legal speak, and I don't know who else filled in here, but we put it back into English so that everyone can understand. You're not getting hit. We're not charging people.
So because somebody
with
came up with
this.
somebody came up with that response, you're saying that we're responsible for giving them that information? Nobody gave them that information. They came up with that on their own. I mean, you gotta show me where we said that everybody's getting together in
You
the
can
session.
go back to,
In fact, what we said at that meeting is that we want to do a new study. We think that there's overpayments being done on that whole.
there are multiple issues, Frank, that you want to take care of, okay?
Mhm.
And I applaud your efforts. And if you want to make the rate go down, I fully supported the ordinance that we put in place for seniors
Mhm.
so that their rates could be reduced, okay? And we combined a few things here in the township to make it a little bit more efficient, okay? I'm all with you on that, but
Right.
separate that from the need for a sewer expansion.
You haven't demonstrated the need to make, I mean, where?
I'll turn to the professionals to justify that, okay?
It's funny, you don't want to turn to them to justify other things, only when it suits your purpose. Okay? Listen,
Frank,
here's the thing, Jim.
If you want to be argumentative about
I
it,
think you're being argumentative, Jim. I think you
No,
are. I think the motion was made. You can either say yes or
and I
no
think this
to
is
it.
called discussion.
And I'm discussing with you.
Okay.
That's how it works. It's back and forth, Jim. We don't get to monopolize. So here's the thing. You mentioned...
He did have a floor. Are you done?
Thank you, Bob. No, I'm not done.
Okay, then you can reply.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't... Okay.
You're gonna argue all night.
Yeah, I mean, you can take the middle chair and play dictator, you know?
No, just finish what you're gonna say and then you can reply.
What if-
Because otherwise you two are gonna argue for an hour.
What are you gonna, how long does you get to say it? I mean, we gotta get through the meeting. So, go ahead, Jim.
Okay.
Continue what you were saying.
I think a referendum is a complete waste of dollars, not only legal.
What dollars?
But if you're going to keep asking questions, then I got to talk longer, right?
All right, let him make his point.
Yeah.
So, I think Brent Carney was on point. It is the reason why we were put here. Some of us were elected onto this committee. There is a Board of Health issue in the town, which we discussed back last year. It's based on historical information, yada, 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 yada. The problem doesn't go away, okay? People are going to end up with problems with their septics and not being able to sell the homes that they're in. So I think going down the path of a referendum is a waste of taxpayer money. And I think it is a priority. It is a priority for the Board of Health. We are all members of the Board of Health. That board needs to meet and discuss this, okay? Technical things. But I don't see how it's being a tax drain is going to, this is sewer related, it's ratepayers, and it doesn't impact the rest of the town.
Was he done yet?
You done?
I'm now done.
All right. So first of all, it's not just ratepayer. There are municipal properties involved, okay? So there would be taxes. Second of all, talk about misinformation. You made mention of a Board of Health issue. There is no evidence of a Board of Health issue. Nowhere in any of the documents has it been indicated there's a Board of Health issue. If there was a Board of Health issue, we would have gotten notice that there's a Board. There isn't. Has anybody seen anything indicating a Board of Health issue?
You need to speak correctly.
I'm in the sewer subcommittee with Brent. I've spoken to Brent ad nauseum about
When I
this.
came, when I
There
came
is
back
no
to the
Board of
meeting,
Health
they
issue.
indicated it was a Board of Health discussion, not a...
You said issue. You
It's
said
a board-
issue.
It's a matter for the Board of Health.
No, it's not. Absolutely not.
That's my opinion.
Okay? But that's misinformation, so I'm calling it out, just like you did, all right?
Can I make a comment?
Yeah, Mike.
The Board of Health, have you heard
I think
anything?
there's a little semantical confusion here. I think what you're referring to, Jim, and correct me if I'm wrong, is the Township Board of Health. I think what Frank is talking about is the county, the health department, which are two very different things. The county health department is the group that has jurisdiction, review power, et cetera, over septic facilities, septic installations, and so forth. That's who looks at them, approves them, and so forth. And that's who any upgrade or repair the people would need to deal with. This, at this level, is obviously, it's not nearly as technical. The Township Committee, by ordinance, is the Township's health department. I think technically, to be honest, every month there's supposed to be a minute or two devoted to the health department, which hasn't been done, rarely. But that's not, rarely. It doesn't matter. That's not the
Well, we
point.
did it for this.
It's not the point, exactly. There's been yearly updates that have been given and so forth. Okay. The Township Health Department really ends up being an advisory board to the constituents and the county health department. Because the Township Health Department, Township Board of Health, has no ability to really enforce any health issues. So, that's the difference. The problem here with whether there is or not, and that's debatable, based upon the evidence that has been put forth, is probably, if the town would want to go forward with it and by ordinance, the Township Board of Health should make a formal recommendation to the Township Committee and the County Health Department to investigate bringing sewers down here. So if that explains it at all, like I said, it's semantic.
The Township Board of Health is us.
It's you guys.
Okay.
You are the Board of Health.
One other thing then, you mentioned about a loan. So that's why I used the term Township Committee. Township Committee took $300,000. Township Committee, not you, no, Township Committee. Never paid it back. It's not a loan to me, okay? Township Committee took it, never paid it back, okay? That's why I used the term took. So anyway, that's where I stand. I respect everybody's opinion on it. So we just have a vote on it, and we'll let the vote stand. So that's my motion. I made the motion. You
The
seconded
motion
it.
right now is only to authorize Brent to work on a referendum on it.
Yeah.
That's what we're at.
And so we're still discussing this. Now, it doesn't cost, as far as I know, to put anything on the ballot. You have to have it done by August. So it's really just attorney fee to draft a resolution.
We already, and we have an example of a resolution from Hopewell.
Yeah, so
Should
I
be
don't think it's
minimal
more
at
than-
best.
Yes.
What I like about referendum has to be non-binding, we can't have it binding.
Yeah, all right.
But we also will see the vote by districts and how it comes out.
Well, if you want to expand it, I've mentioned this, okay? If you want to expand it to the whole township,
Well, I had the discussion with Mike, because we're seeing failures up in my neighborhood. They're in your neighborhood, and these septic systems are only 22 years old,
Yeah.
so And I said,
I do have a
let's do the whole
solution,
town.
but, yeah.
I think that's what you said last meeting, too.
I
So
did.
you want to expand it, you want the whole township to be sewered.
But then it'll...
What is the feasibility of doing that?
All right, I got the motion, I'm not ready to go down that road.
Right. Then we have the,
Developments. More.
Roll call vote.
No.
Adams,
So what was the motion?
the motion is to authorize Brendan to prepare a referendum.
Oh, all right, so the motion is to go to referendum with this, and my vote is no.
No, that's not right. It's authorizing to come up with wording, you're not authorizing
Yeah,
wording.
yeah.
No, I don't want to spend enough time on it.
Yes.
Marqueta,
Yes.
Yes.
Just real quick, an update. So we still have an open issue on the sewer allocation buybacks. Kathleen and Tim are going to join us at our next sewer subcommittee to try to put that to rest.
on the 12th.
Yeah.
What is the issue, so I'm prepared?
You know, Brent had these issues. He said that not all of them payments have been made or whatever. I don't know, he's going to put together a checklist before the meeting. I told him, put together a checklist, send the Kathleen so they're prepared. So you should be getting that.
Does he have the list that I provided you at the last meeting of who we paid?
Yeah, he did. He saw that. And he still said there were open issues. So I said, let's not go back and forth. Let's just see if we can resolve it.
Okay.
All right? So that's it.
Do we do the
No,
Chapman?
Chapman.
Oh, you could bring, Will back.
She's getting it.
Oh, yes, where's that resolution, what
It's,
number?
2016-35.
Yeah.
And it was miscarriage. And 2.
All right, so I'm gonna make a motion, for resolution 2016-45, granting a one-year extension to the term of the existing contract by and between the Township of Greenwich and Chapman Incorporated for the continued license operation and maintenance of the township's wastewater collection system.
Second? I'm asking for a second.
I'll second.
Oh, no, okay. Roll call. No, she's gonna do a roll call.
Yeah.
All right. Adams,
Yes.
Marqueta,
Yes.
Yeah, you missed me.
yeah, I know. Larson.
Yes.
Yes.
We missed the, COA resolution, municipal shared services defense agreement.
Yeah, we have some things, I still have it.
Okay.
But if you want to do it now, that's fine.
Make a motion to,
Authorize the mayor to sign.
there's no resolution, so,
No.
motion to authorize mayor to sign municipal shared services defense agreement with the 13 subsecond in Warren County, not to exceed $1,500.
Second.
Adams,
Yes.
Kenya,
Yes.
Marqueta.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Spencer.
Yes. And I said one other thing too is the, resolution for the Houston Gavin.
So that if the co-op will allow them to buy the fire truck, we have done a resolution asking for resolutions join the co-op.
Right?
You got one written up there? All right. I thought you wrote one up.
Resolution. Of the resolution, we had the contract. Right, could you email it to me? I did. All right, I can go grab it.
Okay, before you go, I have one thing, Will, if you don't mind. I'm looking at this contract with New Village. It's from 2015. We have a signed contract for 2016.
I don't have 16 in my file. I know he paid.
Well, okay,
I
whether
have
he
to look
paid,
and see. He did in the beginning.
is that
of the year.
intent, is that good enough if he paid the...
I have to look at the contract.
Okay. And there was one other thing on here, that he cannot use genetically modified in any way, any type of crops. Can we double check with them to make sure that there's no GMO or whatever they call it being used on that property? And Frank, pass it down to the attorney.
But what's the, what?
Okay.
What's GMO?
whatever it's that, they're putting pesticides in the corn now,
Oh, okay.
It's the genetically modified stuff.
Yeah, and it's in there that you can't farm with any of that stuff. So, you can't use any pesticides,
Oh, 10.
All right. You want to move to Mike's report?
Yeah, Mike, want to show your report?
Yeah,
We're showing it now. Stop having it.
no, I think we can probably get through, because there's not really a whole lot to talk about. Just to make sure, so we don't, forget, I don't think you actually ever ended up authorizing us to put the dump truck out to bid.
No,
I know we talked about it.
Let me just do that.
No, that's another vehicle. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they're getting, the actual, the dump truck is actually going to bid, because that's not gonna be through the co-op.
So,
So,
we need a motion?
yeah, just motion to authorize us to put the bid spec together for the new, DPW dump truck. No, Michelle, we do this all the time, so it's really pretty quick and painless.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
that's right, we gotta wait for Karen, okay, yes. All right, just as a reminder, I have a placeholder in here as far as the resurfacing program, and I know you're still working on your budget, and Kathleen's indicated there's still $209,000 left in last year's line item, so whether that's what we're gonna use or whatever, but, nothing's happening with that, and if we have that money, we certainly can pave a few roads, so.
What do we need to do with that? What do you need?
What I would need would be an authorization to put it out to bid this year.
Okay, so I can do that.
Yeah.
With that dump truck bid.
Dump truck bid and a motion to put capital improvements out to bid?
No.
Well, it would be I would call it the 2016 roadway resurfacing program, utilizing the monies left over from last year, which is again the $209,000. All right. This is carried over. If you notice, I got rid of a few of the older items in the report that kind of were just carried over, so it shortened it up a little bit. Okay, the 2016 DOT trust fund applications. This is where we submitted a number of months ago for Dumont and Washington Street for what would have been 2016 candidates. The award notices just came out a couple weeks ago. We were not awarded any grant through last year's program. I still contend that the next section of Dumont will be a no-brainer, but let's hope the program continues and we'll deal with that next year. Okay, the sewer project, and I'm only going to bring up one little aspect of the sewer project. At the meeting,
Do I have to stay for this, or do I have to go again?
I think, I'm just going to be real quick. Thank you. At the meeting, there was quite a bit of discussion about relative to funding and the various mechanisms about the USDA grant. We've done very little follow-up on that since. So, should we do more follow-up or not?
From my perspective, that was a fact that was not put out until I had asked for it, and I think it is something we should be pursuing, regardless of referendum. So, you need some sort of motion to get that going, or authorization?
Well, that's part of this whole issue, though, is do we want to keep spending engineering
Yeah.
professional fees if
And we
we're
think
going
we
to
have
pull the
to,
plug later? I mean, why spend a couple $100,000 on
I want
softballs?
to understand what it is he needs to do. What would you need?
It would really, I think, it would be a little due diligence, almost a feasibility, I mean, it's not quite the right word, to investigate the program, meet with the USDA rep, and really see, do we qualify? Because, there's that whole demographic analysis,
Right.
and then whether or not the township on the whole probably wouldn't qualify, but we think the village would. and if we can segregate the village area, and basically see how much money there is out there.
I don't see how you could put a referendum paragraph together without understanding the impact of the user fees, okay? Which begets...
Yeah, you gotta look at the Hopewell form. You can't get that detailed in it. You're not gonna say, you gotta look at the Hopewell referendum. It's a bottom line dollar amount. The other thing, yeah. So,
USDA, was that, we haven't paid back, or some part of that we were hoping was a grant?
No, that's the difference between the EIT and the USDA. The EIT is just a very, very, very low interest loan.
USDA is a potential
The
of a grant.
USDA is, a portion of it is a grant, and then the rest of it is a higher interest loan. So that's where the two differ.
All right. I mean, I'll put a motion out there because my gut feel that I want you to confirm is this is not significant dollars from your perspective. It's a meeting or two to figure out eligibility for USDA funding, which, correct me if I'm wrong, 30%?
no, it's like a different diligence.
25%.
Mike, does this stop us from taking $400,000 from the sewer trust fund? No, right?
Does it stop us from...
Taking $400,000 for the sewer trust fund?
As far as the buyback?
Has no effect.
I would say probably not.
Okay, and that's where my issue is. In order to do this project, the town has to commit to taking $400,000 more, that's over the $500 already taken, from the sewer trust fund.
Well, that's if we commit to the project.
Yeah.
But to investigate the USDA,
Well, why would you want to spend,
it's minimal cost, they just said, I thought.
It's an eligibility, not to exceed
Because
$1,000.
I was just gonna say, we could cap it at $1,000, that's a meeting, some phone calls, some research, clearly, that would be...
There's actually no grants. I mean, I don't see where it would hurt people with making up their mind on how they want to vote on, what's going to come out.
what do you mean on the road?
Oh, referendum, be more information from them.
All right, well, okay.
The application's already been submitted, so it's just follow-up on what we've already done.
No, the EIT application has been submitted, the USDA has not.
But,
So, is there a deadline?
No, that's a floating...
but we went through this, a lot of the work for USDA was already done in preparation of EIT.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, oh, my God, yeah, a lot of work.
Yeah.
All right, so here I go. Here I go. I'm going to make a motion to authorize Mike Pinelli to determine the eligibility status of the USDA funding mechanism for the potential sewer project.
And the applicability of the program.
Where is Ken? I'm leaving.
Oh, yeah, we're...
Is there a deadline on that? Mike, is there a deadline on that too, the USDA?
No.
No?
From what that's one of the things we gotta find out, but no, that's kind of a floating, like, you just submit it when you're ready, and it's like year-round.
Mhm.
Not to exceed $1,000.
Yes,
That's the...
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
So I made that motion. Someone want a second? I know you're out of it.
You missed a lot of motions. Yeah, Ms. Campbell's doing a great job over there. A couple of us.
You want to discuss it some more? Yeah, I don't know.
What, do you want to second the motion, then you discuss it?
Yeah, I'll second it for discussion. Where's the $1,000 from? No, we're discussion. Where's the $1,000 coming from?
I'll answer to what I believe is the case.
Don't say it.
Well, yeah, that's the answer. That's
Where?
the same, this sewer.
There we go again. So-
I can't get around it, so I don't know how else to,
It doesn't have to come from there.
where would you like it to come from?
I wouldn't like to spend it at all.
Understood.
Okay?
Do you think it's worth looking into for a 30% grant that doesn't have to be repaid, lowering the overall cost of the sewer project?
I don't want to spend another dime until I hear from the people. That's where I stand.
Well, you are spending the dime to just ask the people.
Let me rephrase it. I don't want to spend another dime other than asking the people.
Okay.
All right.
What dollar amount are you going to tell the people they're going to be spending for sewer?
We'll figure that out when Brent does the referendum.
No, won't be able to.
You don't have to tell them what they're paying. Go look at the whole, you ever look at a referendum for sewer? Did you look at
I don't
Hopewell?
believe,
All right, so
I
you need,
don't
yeah,
believe
all
you
right,
need to
since,
ask permission
all right.
for implementing, you
okay,
know.
since I educated myself on the referendums for sewer, I'll give you a little information. They don't get down to that detail. They give you
So,
total,
do
they
you want
give you,
sewer, yes or no?
do you want sewer at this price? Yes or
At
no?
what price?
Well,
We said 2.2, right? 2.2 million.
Yeah.
There you go.
Is...
Are we gonna have that answer with
funding
this?
going to reduce that
Well,
cost?
Jim, here's the question, are we gonna have that answer after you meet with the USDA? Are we gonna have an answer how much grant money we're gonna get and what we're eligible for? Will we have that answer?
No, but I think we could have an answer of the likelihood of success and probably the general order of magnitude. There's no way we're gonna have, say, I'm gonna come out of the meeting knowing that we're gonna get $500,000. That's not happening.
Right.
But I could come out of the meeting, this is what I would hope, thinking that, yeah, it's a good application, we definitely fit the demographics, and, you know, a $300,000-400,000 grant is very doable. You know, that's about the best I could probably get out of it.
It's an order of magnitude, we're not talking effective.
It could reduce the cost for the people downtown for making their decision.
I mean, if you want to get into the weeds and start telling everybody what they're paying each person, I don't think that's what the referendum's going to say.
No,
You know, but,
but it would be an answer that people would hear here at meetings.
listen, I'm just telling you how I feel.
I know.
If that's your opinion, that's fine, you know? I'm just where I stand. But I am going to give people copies of the Hopewell resolution if you want. I mean, referendum.
I don't want to see it coming out of the sewer. So if we can find it in the general funds, let's do it.
I'm not touching the general funds on from the county.
And that's our problem. You know,
That's our problem. Everything's out of the sewer fund.
Perfectly legal and appropriate expenditure for the sewer fund.
Yeah, it's legal to take 300,000 to supplement the overall budget, too.
You've got some axe to grind, Fred. I'm sorry.
Of course I do. Of course I do. The township committee took money and never paid it back.
Well,
I do have an axe to grind, you're
motion on the
right.
table, it's been seconded, any other discussion?
Any further discussion?
I think we're ready.
Okay.
Adams,
Yes.
Marqueta,
No.
Kenya,
No.
Parsons,
Yes.
Spencer.
Can't vote.
He can't vote.
Okay.
Oh, good. He's had it too. You're right. Okay,
I
okay,
just wanted that on the record.
Yep.
Spencer is recused.
okay.
But we can bring that back up after our budget meeting. If you can
Two
find
vote does
something.
not count. So,
Right,
you
so
tell me.
That's
It's enough.
All right, move on.
Okay. All right. On,
We have two other motions from Mr. Marshall. Dump truck and reserve.
Yeah. Are you finished with
you
your
wanted me to
initial?
finish the other, because I got happy things to talk about now. So, oh, you want to do that?
Yeah, just do it one real quick.
Okay. The motion? Wait, I'm getting a little confused.
Dump truck, that's what's
Okay. There should be, okay, motion to authorize Finelli Consulting to work with Joe Maxey, the DPW, to put the 2017, it'll be dump truck out to bid.
Make a motion.
Second.
Second. Discussion. Roll call. Adams?
Yes.
Kenya?
Yes.
Marqueta?
Yes.
Parsons?
Yes.
Spencer?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you need a motion for the 2016 resurface program?
Yes.
I'll make the you want to make, what?
No, go ahead.
I'll make a motion to apply $209,000 from the capital fund in 2015 for the resurfacing program. For 2016.
Yeah.
You made a motion?
I made the
I'll
motion.
say.
Roll call. Or,
Adams?
yeah.
Yes.
Kenya?
Yes.
Marqueta?
Yes.
Parsons?
Yes.
Spencer?
Yes.
All right. Now, let me, one other thing before this. Emergency generator grant. We had a bid opening, you authorized us to put it out to bid last month. This is the grant that Joe was successful in getting through FEMA. We put it out to bid, we had the bid opening Tuesday, got 3 bids. Katrina and I were kind of going back and forth over the last couple of days. That's what I was actually speaking with her on when I entered the room earlier. We do have a lowest responsible bidder, Power with Prestige Inc., out of Newton. Their total bid price. Now, this job consists of supplying an emergency diesel generator, installing the generator, and temporary electrical service to the building while this work is being done. We got 3 bids. Power with Prestige, which came in low bid at $66,600. The grant is for $75,000. The other bids were Envirocon and Sampson Concrete were considerably greater. So, it's my recommendation, and I certainly defer to Katrina, that you make a motion to award the contract for the emergency diesel generator to Power with Prestige, it's an interesting name, at a total bid price of $66,600.
Just to clarify, the grant's not for 75, that's what's in this budget. Grant 45 with a shared cost by the township.
Yes.
So anything over that 45.
Yes, thank you very much. And I did confirm with Kathleen that the budget is established to fund this project, so you can award the contract. Yeah, thank you, Joe.
Make that motion to award that Prestige. Power with Prestige.
I know. 66, I know. It's funny how it's...
I'll second.
Roll call Adams.
Yes.
Kenya.
Yes.
Marqueta.
Yes.
Marcy.
Yes.
Spencer.
Okay. Last thing, quick, no action necessary. This is just a...
I'm not signing it, right?
No. You know, you don't have to read it, you can read it over the weekend, whatever. Okay, we talked about this, last month, I think, and the month before, if I'm not mistaken. This is, a draft RFQ we put together on the old school, to, again, just to secure professionals to come in, to probably interview, with you guys on some sort of rehab, reuse, retrofit of the old school. The deal is, it's as is, they're dealing with the tank, they're dealing with everything else. So, I mean, I think this is ready to hit the streets. But I figured, it hadn't hit the streets yet. I figured I'd just give it to you, see if you want to take a look at it, if you have any thoughts, comments, questions.
So if we, at some point, tell you to go ahead with this, you're going to distribute the RFQ,
We'll go out to bid.
and go out, like a
It's-
reverse auction,
yeah, right.
and we'll have people come in with, hey, I'll give you X for school, I'll give you Y.
They will submit a qualifications package, which we would all evaluate, and then what I think would happen, unless somebody is clearly the leader in the clubhouse, that you only want to bring in like one consultant or one entity, you'd want to bring 2, maybe 3 different people in, interview them, hear what their thoughts are, what they got in mind, because that building could be a number of different uses. You're going to get one, we've heard a lot. We've heard Northwest capabilities, we've heard senior housing, COA house. I mean, there's a lot of different uses for that building.
Is the sewer is it part of the sewer, proposed sewer?
Well, it would, yes. No. That, well, we're not talking about. So, again, what my recommendation would be, just take a look at it, and you got any questions, zip me an email or whatnot, and I think, we can probably, if you want, we can get it out now. It's gonna take too long, because there's gotta be dates for, site inspections, this is gonna be a little lengthier process than a normal bid that you might be used to, like the truck that we're putting out. This is gonna take, maybe a month to give people time, because they're gonna need to coordinate with our office to get information, there're gonna be site inspections, they gotta put their thinking caps on as far as what the heck they might wanna do with that building. So, that's, again, no action necessary tonight. Okay.
I'm okay with this, I'm also okay with holding until you guys have a chance to read it and whatnot. And we deal
What's
with it
put
at
this
the
on the
next,
agenda for what's the 12th?
the next, the special meeting, add it to the...
Special meeting we can have.
You wanna do that?
Yeah, and I'd also like to
I mean,
see that go to the
pretty
Historic Society. You send them a copy and say, hey, this is what we're gonna do, because...
Kim, can you,
I mentioned this to you.
you wanna
Yeah,
know?
no, they-
I got a couple of...
Well, what do we have on the 12th? So far?
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about it on the 12th.
Yeah, what else do we have on the 12th? If you guys have
executive again.
Twelfth is the presentation for the...
Yeah, that's it.
Is right.
Oh, that's perfect, we got 2 capital projects on the 12th.
Oh, I know.
Correct?
Oh, maybe we might have an executive.
executive Piper's
Well, that's only a half hour or so.
That's what I always think.
Well, wait a minute. Let's
We got 2 capital projects,
No,
You know,
Hold on,
I'm sorry, can we just start this meeting at 7:30 for the presentation and all that, and do the executive at 7?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is that okay?
that's 7:30.
7:30.
Mr. Finley, you have anything else?
Half hour.
no, that was
Yeah,
my
yeah.
last item, thank you.
All right. Township Attorney, anything?
No, the only thing I had was the...
Resolution?
And just looking to that,
That resolution?
new
Hold on.
village.
This is,
Okay.
this is the resolution is what's needed for Joe to
The
go
co-op.
out to the co-op for the
Mhm.
fire truck.
Yeah.
It's 2016, number 47.
Yes.
Resolution 2016-47. Resolution Township of Greenwich to enter into an interlocal agreement with the nationally recognized cooperative entity for the purpose of purchasing a fire truck, and it is for the Houston Galveston Area Council for the resolution.
Motion. Okay.
Someone want to second it?
Second.
You may, okay. Is that the company that we're going after? I mean, Joe, Houston Galveston?
This is the co-op.
Okay.
So help me understand, where is this co-op, are we
Yeah.
entitled to do this?
Yes.
As a New Jersey municipality?
Powhatan did it for the fire truck.
Okay.
It's a national co-op.
Oh, I missed that key word.
I was trying to finish before
we interrupt,
we got everything going on. Once we do this, then we're in the co-op for the fire company, as Joe said, then the bid perspective that we just, or the purchase order we just did for the fire truck is authorized.
Right.
under this.
That I
We don't do what we
understand. I
don't
just was confused with Galveston and Houston.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
they just, have a
Most
template
on
that
the
they-
Scary to think of.
Main,
Okay, so Bill, roll call.
Roll call? Oh, God.
Yes.
Marqueta.
Yes.
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 Spencer.
holy hell.
I have one or two items.
Okay.
Are we ready for public comment?
No, we're ready for it. So,
Oh, Jim's on, right.
I had a question on your Hopewell Township question. Mike, are we requesting any, capacity out of Phillipsburg?
No.
Yeah.
For our own capacity, right?
It's all available capacity.
Available capacity to us.
To
for
us.
To determine where it goes. Okay.
Yes.
Because I'm looking at this, and something dawned on me, which I wanted to raise to you guys. But I'm looking at this, and this is the acquisition of sewer treatment capacity from Ewing. So it's Hopewell to Ewing requesting, I guess, additional capacity.
Yeah, it's an example.
It's an example.
Yeah.
But
That's
is
not,
the intent of the referendum to be township-wide
yeah.
for how many people? 130?
133.
133. And is there a fairness issue?
I think there's no fairness issue if you're asking everybody to pay for it.
Well,
How's there a fairness
how can
issue?
those people, how can we ever expand the sewer if a majority
So-
of the people who
Listen, we could discuss this another time. I mean,
Yeah,
my mind's made up on it, so.
I understand your mind is. I want...
It's not binding, just so you know, it's not binding.
Understood.
All right, so all we're doing is getting a feel for what the public want to do.
I understand. I'll make a motion to authorize the township attorney to investigate the fairness of this referendum when the
So that basically you're saying that Hopewell one's not fair, because it's only for a particular part of town.
Let him make the motion. Let him make the
All right, make the motion, yeah.
Yeah, somebody second, then we can discuss. Yeah.
Kim?
Because of the
Kim?
vast differences in population in the current sewer district versus the district to be sewered, to the tune of 8 times?
Yeah, that's good.
All right.
7 now.
Is there a
Make
second?
motion.
Is there a second?
Okay, Jim made the motion. Is there a second?
Going once,
Sorry?
twice?
As long as the record reflects, I made the motion.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I make a motion to go on public comment.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody
Does any-
making a comment?
I'm sorry. Does anybody wish to make a public comment? Make a motion to close the public comment?
Let the
So
record
moved.
reflect that.
Adjourn?
And does anybody have anything else? No? Make a motion to adjourn?
Motion. Second.
It's 45.
Better.
Like 45.
45.
We're getting there.
Okay.
So let's put a 9 o'clock limit on it.
And let's turn the taxes off.
Hold on.
Did we vote on adjourning? We just had motions. I didn't have a vote.
Kim,
Did you do the vote for adjournment?
We didn't.